We bundled up the family, 3 kids, all under the age of 5, and went to Egypt to work on the Mall of Egypt in the desert with a ski slope, retail park, cinema. And I was the consultant lead project director. Early days, we were, if you can imagine, a big bit of desert with just fencing around it. And the fencing was broken into, and there was a whole load of, suddenly I got a sort of phone call on the radio, sort of, Mr. James is how it'd be described. Mr. James, we're under attack. And then suddenly I heard AK-47s just going, and I was like, what is going on? I mean, this is nuts. So I sort of opened the window and sort of had a look out down into the pit. And there was 20 camels and Bedouins running around with AK-47s and chaps being kicked on the floor. Fortunately, no one shot and killed or anything horrible or horrendous like that, but people were injured. And I was sort of in a fairly young guy thinking, what am I going to do here? And you have to think on your feet. You had a local fixer, so I sort of called the local fixer, who's called Mohammed. I said, Mohammed, please, we've got to sort this out. Do you know the chief of the Bedouin tribe? And he goes, yeah, I do. I said, well, he's a guy called Sheikh Rowdy. I said, well, can you get hold of Sheikh Rowdy and just tell him to ceasefire, but come into my office and we'll talk and get a translator. So anyway, Sheikh Rowdy turned up, came into the office, and we had this sort of lots of coffee and sort of grunting at one another and smiling and frowning and sort of trying to convey through sort of translators and stuff. And after about an hour and a half, we suddenly struck a connection around, and it was what it was all about. It was good old-fashioned extortion, if I'm honest, that they had a groundworks contractor. So I was like, okay, we got a great opportunity here. So I then sort of, no procurement rules, I just said, well, I'll tell you what, you can do that area there for our energy centre, and if you do good, we'll talk about other bits of the site that you can start to shift muck around. So he was very happy with that and turned up with all his diggers and did that little area and was so good and adopted all of our Western health and safety standards, which was a bit of a battle initially, but became our best contractor.
That is the best story we've had on the podcast, I reckon. That is so good.